Welcome, welcome, welcome. Adriane here, your quantum love coach. This month at full moon, 3rd July 2023, I greet you from the beautiful island of Bali in Indonesia. I'm back home, which I really enjoy, but yet not home because I will transit further to Europe on the 11th of July. But it has been so far a beautiful, very healing and very quieting time of my life after massive changes and closure in New Zealand, certainly from a place of professional activities in New Zealand, and certainly also being in the space of my beautiful children in their mid-20s who grow and develop to wonderful adults and beings that are very capable of seeing their mother going to other spaces and developing new ways of living my life in very transformational times. So I think all mothers who have adolescents, kids and children can resonate with me that there is usually a time where we need to do the inner work to really let our children go, and I certainly did a lot of processing around that in the last little while, beside the fact that offices and storages and belongings have been passed on or released or safely stored with family and friends. So I'm really happy to know that New Zealand is always calling me home. However, that is in this very time of my life, again, my journey to travel to be here in Bali, and certainly this time this year going to places I haven't been for quite a few years. 2018, the last time that I resided for a holiday in Germany and in Europe, and I so look forward to visiting many places I haven't been for a long time, connecting with friends, family, and alliance partner from all walks and talks of life. I want to start with the awareness that we always, every full moon, do a reading for singles, couples, and for lovers in transit. And I try to be as fluid and as spontaneous and as creative as possible. And yet I feel there's a particular energy that almost is predetermine a kind of calling or message that I feel is in the space. Before I started recording, one beautiful card came out of the Kuan Yin Oracle deck, which is Mother Fears, and it's a number 18, and 1 and 8 is a 9. 9 is end of a cycle, beginning of a new. And I really feel to say that this particular card speaks about this fearless and passionate approach to love anyway. I have a saying in my love coach practice, love anyway. There is nothing that can stop you to love even someone who hurt you a lot, or a situation that is hard and difficult, or a place or a circumstance that you don't want to face really, but love the process of learning and transforming into a greater, more resourceful being anyway. So I want to start today with our lovers in transit. They're really coming out strongly. It's almost, I don't even know whether I want to speak to the singles per se alone, but I just follow still this ritual of dividing my reading into 3 groups. And we start with the masculine of the lovers in transit, and the card that came out is Enigma. It's number 2 of a deck that I hold very close to my heart, which I have not seen much other readers using. It's the Da Vinci Enigma Tarot, which has amazing Da Vinci images and is written very soulful and very deep. And the soul quote for this card number 2 is, "The mystery of the soul's destiny is an enigma waiting to be understood. It cannot be unraveled and decoded in a mechanical way, but only by recognizing the clues and hints that intuition provides." Your soul is a unique mystery that is explored in dream and quiet reflection, in the sacred moments where your soul and the divine source are at one. So I think, you know, masculines in that group of, you know, lovers in transit, it is a mystery, it is an enigma, what we create when we make us available and vulnerable and open for big changes. And when we just left a relationship or have been for a while in a particular situation that demanded from us to be very, very aware of staying true to what is. And suddenly in this transformational space, we get a calling that something wants to transcend, wants to change. And I think the enigma is, even the word enigma is so fascinating, that the vibration around it is just giving us already a little bit of a, you know, a mysterious clue. The feminine is speaking about the Lady of Fire, which is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, for those of you who do know tarot, is utterly, profoundly passionate and strong. Look at this beautiful picture of Da Vinci that is here on this card. And really, I want to just, you know, embrace the beauty and the passion and the, you know, the feminine intention that comes out of the Queen of Wands energy. And for the divine feminine, the feminine in this lovers in transit space, it's really about this confidence and saying yes to life and being happy and choose to be in charge of this amazing fearless energy that this Mother Fears is really, really channeling to us. Isn't it amazing that it's almost like, you know, the door is open, nothing can stop you. And yes, here's the masculine with this mysterious, purpose-seeking, intentional, rather mystic state of awareness that allows this beautiful feminine energy to come in and be, you know, a surprise and make things beautiful and colorful and joyous for the masculine energy to discover and explore as something new and exciting. Another card that comes for you beautiful lovers in transit is healing is happening. It's a wonderful little message. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. And here again, it has to do with safety. And look at this wonderful, you know, two images that have so much in common. And here you see this energy that comes from beneath out and transcends up into this higher force. And here, this feminine, beautiful energy that surrounds the space there. So healing is happening. I also want to include the Australian bushfly essences today, and the card for the lovers in trances is Banksia and for those who have not experienced this beautiful flower essences, I have in previous years done readings only with flower essences, actually with the essences themselves. But as traveling, I just use Ian White's flower essence cards, the Australian flower essence cards. And Banksia speaks about for temporary loss of enthusiasm and interest in life. And here again, it speaks so beautifully about this passion and this enthusiasm and this fearlessness. So, you know, I send a beautiful, energetic, healing wave of Banksia in your direction for enthusiasm and really being interested and making life an enigma to explore the mysteries and wonders of all that exists. I come now to us couples. Let's see what the couple energy brings about in the current times. I will start with the masculine. And the card this is coming is Three of Earth. Da Vinci is incredibly creative. Look at this. This is the picture of the camera he invented. It's one of his early inventions. And let me get parallel, the feminine. The Three of Earth is the Three of Pentacles, and the name here for this card is Perspective. And I think the masculine is really in a time of learning and expansion. We also could see this in the energy of the lovers in transit. I mean, the Enigma energy is really one of discovery and expansion as well. Here, it's more the higher learning. I think Da Vinci is really showing this as if we look through, that microscope and try to see the world in a new way and in a more expanded way. Now for the feminine, it's the Ace of Water, beautiful Ace of Water. And as we know, the Ace of Water, the Ace of Cups, is about fulfillment, about emotional fulfillment, and about really speaking a sense of really claiming what is true to us. It's not just that external material abundance, it's really an emotional richness, a truth that is so, valuable and so wanted, because it's so rare that we are given permission to really, really feel it. So look at this. These two cards together, masculine and feminine, speak volumes for me as love coach. It's really like in the Lovers in Transit, it's the divine feminine is really asked to come forward and be confident and bring that filled cup and that awareness in the space for the masculine to be really able to learn, to grow, to explore, to redefine purpose. I want to really point out there's a redefining of purpose happening that is almost like as if the divine feminine says, yeah, we have done enough exploration, we have done enough dating and looking around and trying to be open and still figuring it out. But actually, we don't need to figure it out. We just do it, we just wait, and we just see what happens if we actually make a commitment to be available for a feminine energy to just enter the space and make it more welcoming and more profoundly interesting. And the classic singles, those of you who live very comfortably and very, very effortlessly and without any trauma in their lives. I just speak to those of you who love just being single and still hold the opportunity open to maybe attract another relationship in the future, but not really feeling it's a deeply transformative process, but just one of being. And I am just, getting two cards out, and the card here for the masculine I'm getting is the Three of Air, which is the Three of Swords, Trials, and for the feminine it's the card of Time. Now time is number 10, and I just read the feminine card to you. The soul code speaks about opportunity, occasion, and timelessness in the qualities that combine to bring good fortune. Nothing is fated to the one who lives in the present moment and weighs all things in the light of that moment. This is when destiny is played out, a timeless treasure waiting for you to find it. Though the soul passes through many births, it holds true to promise of its destiny. And it almost feels like, you know, the feminine in that single space is just saying, it's fine, all in divine timing. We don't need to worry. There's nothing that really, really, you know, changes the perspective of what is. We have done the work. We are comfortable where we are at. And yet, you know, we observe the struggles that certain masculine energies bring into the space. And when that time and that Three of Swords, that almost a little bit conflicted energy is clashing, then it's usually needing an answer. And I feel a calling to get another card to qualify this, and it is a Lord of Fire, which is basically the King of Wands. And this is really, you know, let it go, singles, these trials, this trying hard, this, you know, being so out there when you actually don't want to be out there. It's really crazy that I say that, you know, but we just need to go back to the simple reality of online dating and how little, you know, there is for the masculine and the feminine really to draw out of and to get from each other. John Gray, my mentor, Mars Venus, you know, coach, has spoken to us coaches last month, and he said to us 80% of all people appearing, particularly the masculine, the men appearing on dating apps, have absolutely no success. And that's pretty, you know, interesting number to look at when we think that women feel annoyed by the fact that men are very fast moving and swipe and have quick decisions and meeting women, and then, but actually not many women are really responding to these 80% of men, because a lot of men don't really know how to frame and communicate a message to a woman that make her feel she wants to respond. So these 20% of men have the choice of this 80% of wonderful women who sincerely look for love. And here again, in this part of 80% of women, only a handful really make an effort to stay true to the willingness of making a shift happen in their very own awareness to what love means for them, what they want to create in a more, you know, relational space, not just now, but also in the future, and allowing the masculine to step in and be part of the co-creation. I think we see a lot of mature women being very fixed and very organized in the way they wish things to happen. And that is very overwhelming for the masculine. And, you know, good on you, 20% of men who are successful in online dating and yet find it very hard in that mix, you know, to find a woman who is really willing to step up and bring your innocence and your vulnerability into the picture as a learning experience, rather than you coming along and being already ready and transformed through your own singlehood, which is usually not the case, because it's just what is, you know, this wonderful experience that we actually can only heal so much together as singles that want to learn and transform oneself. But it needs that beginning, that kickstart of a new relationship to bring all these elements out, to make this last refinement shift before saying, yeah, I actually like this. I'm ready to make a relationship with this person happen. Another Australian bushflower card, Illawarra Flame Tree. Self-approval and acceptance, release fear of rejection. And that really fits so well, you know. it's really that rejection that is very, very, very much a reason that a lot of men and women step back and create conflict and almost dishonesty, you know, in order to stay safe. I cannot say it in any other way, you know. But let's channel some Illawarra flame tree energy into the space, into the quantum space. It's a beautiful tree growing in Australia, and it helps self-approval and acceptance and releases the fear of rejection. And I realize I actually forgot to bring one more card for our couples. Bohemia. Beautiful flower, look at this. Just study the Australian bushflower essences, you will really love them, and they're very potent essences, open to change and new concepts. Yes, couples, that's really what it is. Be open, you know, to discover each other and to make new things happen in a relationship, for both of you to be really, really resourceful. And the last roses card I will get is held. Sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. Look at this. I mean, just this beautiful image of this beautiful feminine body held in this womb, in this really safe, you know, cup and cauldron that is so profound. Speaking about cauldron, I will do an 8-day quantum intimacy process in the next little while. It will be from Europe, early August, channeled in 8-day lessons. So that means every day over a period of 7 or 8 days, we meet for 2 hours. If you can't do it live, then you can certainly sign up and receive the recordings, and you can do processes in the space of your own home to release different layers of the 7 cauldrons of quantum intimacy I have developed over the last 12 years. It's my body of work. Hopefully will soon be a book as well. Certainly the audio is available as well to purchase and to do the process here again on your own in your own home. And I just want to invite you to contact me, speak with me about anything that resonates. Coming to Bali is always an opportunity, an option. And if you tune in from Europe, I will be there on the 12th of July, starting in Germany and going to different places in Southern Europe. So if you want to connect with me and or have an invitation to get me to a place where I can speak in front of a group or hold a little retreat of anything between 2 and 5 days, I would be absolutely, you know, delighted to connect with anybody who is willing to transform love lives, not just in their own quantum field, but potentially those their love or groups or, you know, client, you know, circles that want to come together and learn about Mars, Venus and quantum love coaching. Thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful month of July. May this moon, which is peaking in around 3 hours from now, be a delight and create a lot of completion for you and a lot of knowingness that what is right now and what you hold in your heart is truthful and valid, and after all, really, really, really the right experience on your journey to greater evolution. I wish you all the best and greet you once again from Bali with all my love and blessings.